Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and you're tuning in to the best show on earth with your favorite two people in the whole wide world. Malice, Martel, and Malcolm, with 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 Malice, Martel, and Malcolm. Malice, Martel, and Uncle Luke, smoking the pound and smell like fruit. Niggas, they watch us like Roku, stalking and talking like hoes do. We been down way before Pro Tools, green in our section like produce. And please don't come around and
Ladies and gentlemen, freaks and geeks, you are tuned into the Southern Knowledge Chronicles VOD, video on demand. But like we try to imply, if you didn't know, now you know, we are finna be doing a movie review for Child's Play, the Chucky movie that just got remade in 2019. And what we just thought of, hey, if they're remaking it, you know, if these producers in the fucking Hollywood can't think of any new movie ideas to do, how about we compare it to the old 1988 Child's Play and compare it now to the one that just came out this weekend. We're here on this opening weekend, and we're gonna give our opinions about the first one that came out. Obviously, it was a trilogy, right? Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. We're just gonna be talking about Child's Play 1, and then comparing it to watch Child's Play 2019, and then at the end of the video, comparing, contrasting, and seeing which one we liked more. So, to me, since I kind of want to do movies and books and things of that nature, to me, Child's Play, let me just throw this disclaimer out there. I am not really into scary movies at all, to be honest. I remember we was back in high school. We went to go see something with a lot of homeboys. I'll jump. I'm just not really into it. Them motherfuckers just don't think in scary movies. Like, all logic gets thrown out the window.
Would you consider Chucky or Child's Play series an actual scary movie, or is it something where it's like you have to have this niche type of fear of these dolls or of clowns, as they usually do, to really find this movie actually scary, and to everyone else is more so of a comedy horror, even though it's not much comedy in it?
It made my girl jump a few times when we watched it just yesterday. But with that too, like you said, to say it's not truly a scary movie, that's not the main thing it tries to do. It's really more of just a story about, it's a lot of innuendos to it too, because the Chucky doll, it comes out from the Good Guy TV series. And I just thought it was kind of cool how apparently it's this Good Guy TV series and dolls that they have, and that, you know, a serial murderer ends up putting his body inside a doll that's called a good guy. So it's kind of like you never know who somebody might come out to be or who you might believe to be.
But to me, with movies like this, like a Child's Play, it has to go past just the actual fear element, because it's not that easy to be afraid of a doll, which, you know, in reality, you have to suspend a lot of your actual reality things and be like, okay, if this was if this was real, and if this was real, then this could happen. And I think it really depends on its writing and its cinematic way of doing this. With the older movie, I really felt like it had a good reasoning why he jumped into the doll. It was a good example.
I like that a lot too.
He had his vengeance. He wants to go to this. That's why he's harming these people. With this upcoming movie, I really just hope that the writing and the development is really there, the character development, and it's not just something that's really just random and all over.
It's kind of, I kind of wanted to veer away from that, because I wanted to be, in and of itself, 1988, 2019, and have no bearings on it. Like, I hope they do this better. You know, I just want it to be its own movie, then we like it.
And this has no, so you don't mind this movie having a total different way of how the Chucky is created, a total different way, origin story. You just want a great Child's Play movie.
Yeah, honestly, if that's what you want to do with a remake, you want to be able to cater to the people that used to love the 1988 movie, and even the youngins that are 18 now that probably never even seen it, because I never even seen Child's Play when it first came out. I just watched it for the first time yesterday. And with, also, you said earlier too, it was kind of a comedy also too to begin with, but a lot of the cussing, the fuck you bitch, you're a whore.
I hope it has those elements in this. I really hope they take the Chucky, not only make him a killer and possibly artificial intelligence, but really have that crude humor to the potty mouth, to really have the criminal or the villain in this toy, where it's a contrast where, oh, it's an innocent toy, but it's this horrendous villain in it, and it's a cross mesh that really works. That's what I want.
As much as I like the idea that the serial killer, you know, learned voodoo and he went into the body of Chucky, that's how he got into it, the Good Guy doll. If they did something completely different, you know, I'd be for it, because that's what remakes are supposed to do. It's supposed to be this, way this movie was made, and then we're not just going to be giving you, rehashing you of things that we did in the past. Also, too, I ended up liking it, man. I wouldn't mind going back and watching the first Child's Play again. It was actually really, for an hour and a half movie, it had a beginning and it had an end, and it pretty much gets solved. And even though it's a trilogy, in that just movie, it just feels like it had a great ending.
As we wrap up our pre-video, I want you to give a premonition, or what do you think is going to happen in this movie, or a possible early rating, like you rate it now. Hey, I think this movie may be a this, and then when we come out and after we watch it, when we give our reviews, give, hey, this movie was actually a this, I like this and I like that. What do you think is going to happen?
Now, besides that, Chucky is supposed to be a artificial intelligence or some kind of robot of this nature, not an actual doll anymore. For the first movie, I would say I'll give it a 7 out of 10, man. It accomplishes what it's supposed to in a short span amount of time. It's some hella old cinematography shit, like the dude who was driving, the cop. He was driving, speeding when his feet wasn't on the pedal anymore, just going super fast. But for what it was, an old 1980s movie, it was great. Now, looking forward to 2019, I just hope that they stay true to the narrative of, the kind of the boy who cried wolf. Like the little kid that's going to be in the movie that deals with Chucky mostly. I hope that people don't really believe him in that sense. Oh, he's telling me to do this. He's the one who's really doing this. And then towards the end, they see, everything that's lying underneath, because I thought they did that really well in the 1988 Child's Play.
I don't know if you said it was a 7 or you said a 7.5.
A 7.
Yeah, I put the old one as a 7. I mean, yes, there's some things they could have worked on. I wish it could have been more suspenseful. Maybe some of the, actual acting could have been a little better, but that's what it was in that moment, and that's what made it what it is. So as we're going forward, look forward, I don't want them to do that. I'm not looking for that. I don't want it to be super artificially intelligent. I want it to be, if anything, I want them to have taken a criminal and somehow his consciousness was uploaded onto this chip. That's kind of I want it to do. I don't want it to just be a completely artificial intelligence that goes haywire. I don't want it to be that. I want them to keep that aspect. I want it to have the raunchy Chucky voice. I want it to have the aspects of the old Chucky. I want it to be bloody, and I want it to take that aspect, and I think that could make it good, and we're going to see going forward.
Well, let's get to it, man. We're already in the movie theater. People walking by kind of looking at us, as we can see, going a little crazy, but let's go in, see it, and give our review after we get done.
2 hours later.
Well, we're just getting done watching the Child's Play 2019 film. Before we get into the details and our reviews, I want you to just give an actual rating of it, 1 to 10. 10 being the next best thing, 1 being one of the worst movies you ever saw. What do you think it was, Uncle Lou?
I gave the first Child's Play a 7. It did what it was supposed to do, beginning and end. Great content. Well, not great content in the middle, but it got you there. Everything made sense. 7 for that. I'm gonna have to go with a 3.
I give it a 3. I give it a 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
A 4.5. I'm gonna get into my details of why I gave it that. Let's start with the good first.
Okay.
The good. I liked it. The bloodiness. It had scenes where it was very graphic, and that's kind of what I wanted.
The first Chucky definitely didn't do that.
It didn't have that. It had more kills, more graphic kills, more Final Destination-ish kills. I liked it. The main actor, the kid, Andy, he did really good acting. He's older than the one was from the original movie, but I felt like his acting was good. I'll say this, the main characters, his mom, the black dude from, Paperboy from Atlanta, him and the main characters, they did good acting. I can give them that. It wasn't any scene where I was like, okay, this is bad acting. Either they underacted or overacted. That was good. The bad.
Spoilers? You gotta throw that out.
We're going out there. There is spoilers in this. The bad, okay? The beginning was very, very, very slow to where we got the first killing. Then once he started killing, everything was so rushed. I felt like it couldn't get a good continuity of the film. I felt like the way that some people died in the film, it was too Final Destination-ish. It wasn't real. I didn't like the predictive programming, how, okay, we got this toy, but now it's an artificial intelligence to the level of a human brain where it can process emotions, process cause and effect, process all of these things. It was just, to me, it was really a lot of bad and way more bad than good.
For you to give a 4.5, I just think that's giving it too much credit.
And that was just because the acting was not bad. It could have been worse. So that right there gave it a a bit right there to the 4.5.
From where you start to the movie and where you get towards the end, it's kind of, you're thinking, how did you get there? In the first Child's Play, it was a dude who was a murderer. He knows some enchantress shit, and he can transfer his soul over to a Chucky body. He still want to kill motherfuckers, get revenge. This one is just, how did Chucky just realize, correlate? Of course, it was with the first scene with the kids when they were watching the horror movie with the killing. But it's just, how does this just correlate from here to there to where he just wants to kill everybody?
They never showed how he was different. They never showed the differentiation. They just said he was refurbished. They didn't say why. They didn't say where it came from.
I think we gotta be honest, bro. We did probably miss the first 5 or so minutes because this movie theater was.
But I felt like she just can't, like the movie. We missed maybe 40 seconds of the movie, to 40 seconds to 3 minutes.
I think maybe like 5 minutes.
I'll say this: they didn't give enough details on why he was possessed, because if this was the case, any of them could have been that way.
Malfunction, and then all of them could be like that.
I didn't like how Chucky takes over everything in the end. He kills the people he kills. You know, somebody you think is dead, they come back, they end the movie, and it just ends. No one cares about the plenty of people that died from this quote-unquote toy. The murders are just okay. They don't really give anything into it. They don't really give any details, anything into it. And at one point of the movie, one of the main characters' mother is killed. She's an innocent woman, as far as I can tell. The way that they frame it, the way that they frame how he just, I'm sad it's my mom, the kids going to jail. It just, the framework of it, I felt like it was really rushed towards the end. Overall, the remake, I mean, you have a lot of basis to go forward, so that 4.5 may not be as much as deserved. I really just put it on the acting. They had good acting. I mean, the roles. A lot of the movie, it just, when you do a horror film and it has a doll or something that you can't expect to be a murderer, it's really hard to get it in a perfect light to where you're actually afraid of this. And I don't feel like the movie really did it. In the end, the doll just came back in another form, so that wasn't explained. I feel like that's just to set up another movie, which is cheap. It just really didn't seem that good to me. The continuity wasn't right. Overall, it wasn't a good film. I won't watch it again, and I feel like it really is it doesn't do anything good for the franchise of Child's Play.
With that too, man, it was kids in the movie theater with us, bro. Like, they were laughing at a lot of the scenes. Like, this is supposed to be a rated R movie. I would think the kids would be on edge more, upset, crying. This doll it's supposed to be close to home. And with the first movie, they called them the good guy dolls, and this one they called them Buddy. With the ending, I think in the Child's Play, the first series in the 80s and 90s, it's that he's able to transfer his soul to a new Chucky doll because he's technically undead. So he's trying to get the new body from Andy. So with this one, it was just predictable, man. The last 45 minutes, we were just throwing back and forth what's finna happen, us next to each other.
Yeah, and I really didn't like the Tupac part, because I didn't understand where it came from. It was like, it was one black kid, he was like
trying to stab a unicorn.
Stab him for Tupac, and then like when Buddy kills somebody, he's like, this is for Tupac, bitch. I really just didn't understand a lot of parts of it and why they chose to do it, why they chose to make him kill this, why they did it this way. I really would have liked it if they would have did, maybe it was a hacker, right, and he's evil, like he's doing stuff to people, he's a hacker / serial killer, and he's about to get caught by the police. He uploads his consciousness somehow to this web, and that's how it's continuation. Because in this way, it's just a smart, one-off Buddy that's just able to control all things.
We've seen the story before. Not Independence Day. What's that movie with Will Smith and all the fucking robots, and one of them just goes crazy.
iRobot. I think in the end, it's a lot of predictive programming. I feel like it's showing you that with this Alexa and this Google Home, if you find some way to hack the cloud, you control everything. And I think it's just really letting us know that, maybe letting us say, hey, there's no reason why everything can't be controlled with this. Therefore, when the government, or i.e. anyone that can hack this, takes this over, we can run everything. Overall, I give it a 4.5. Do I recommend anyone seeing it? No. Everyone seemed to be here to watch Toy Story. Not that good of a movie.
Now going forward, like you said, he's just probably, when he connected to the Alexa Home, the Caslin shit or whatever, I was thinking, I told you, all right, he's gonna be able to go into the Buddy $2 and be able to.
It was
at
after 15 minutes into the movie, everything was kind of predictive. You understood with the stepdad being abusive. Okay, he's gonna kill the stepdad for him. Okay, a lot of the movie, it's the same tropes you've seen in a lot of movies. There wasn't anything in this movie that you haven't seen before, or anything new, or anything you have to die to see. Not a good remake.
That's why I just hate about scary movies, but they just don't think characters in the movie that they throw all common sense out of the line. Going forward, they'll probably make a Child's Play 2 with the ending that they had, of course. But for me, never come back to it. The first one, they did a huge injustice.
And I think we should do an ending segment where we say is a remake worth it or not worth it. This remake, Child's Play, is not worth it.
Definitely not worth it. Save your money. Now, looking forward for us, and this reoccurring topic we might want to do. We'll see the feedback we get on this, but Lion King is also
Lion King could be a possible. Toy Story, if it's favorited a lot. I know we just left this movie theater. When I say everyone in the theater was here to see Toy Story, if it's enough recommendations and enough likes and enough favorites, we might just do that on our next episode.
But you were tuned in to Uncle Daddy Luke and Malice Martel from the Southern Knowledge Podcast, and we're out of here.